Hey yo, what's up and other such nonsense? This is Sleep Deprivation is Magic. Today you have another episode. Why do I even say that every time? No, I'm not going to say it next time. We have Griffonstone, even though I'm like a month late. Well, I watched it a month ago, but I ended up recording this intro now. And I didn't get posting it till now either. I have good reasons. No, I don't. I'm lazy. And I had a time where I was going to a convention and came back, and then a lot of other stuff happened. But we're returning to the regular scheduled ponies, starting from where I left off, and I'm going to be recording them one after another. It takes me about 3 days to do the video editing, so that's what we got. Alright, so let's get started.
Okay, episode begins. Gummy gives absolutely no fucks.
I've been waiting for just the right time to finally try Granny Pie's super special triple chocolate 15-layer marshmallow recipe.
Please tell me we're not gonna have another like giant baked good issue.
Let's see, nutty meringue, chocolate ganache, praline nuts, cocoa flavored buttercream.
Actually sounds pretty good.
An hour per layer. That's 15 hours.
What's in the oven? What's in the oven?
Baking bliss.
How? What? How?
Okay, Gummy, I think we're ready.
Pinkie Pie defies physics.
Layer.
This includes what?
Oh my gosh, my cutie mark! You know what this means? The map!
Oh my god, that was fantastic!
Gummy, could you take over for a bit? Hopefully this will be quick. I'll just measure the baking powder for you. And when the first layer cools, you can drizzle some of the ganache over it. And don't forget to beat the egg whites for the meringue! I know you can do this, Gummy. You're the best alligator baker I've ever met.
What if she goes back and actually managed it?
And down he goes.
Whoa!
What the?
This is so exciting.
Just two
The
arms.
map is summoning you to Griffonstone.
Oh boy, we get the Griffin homeland
the very
now.
heart of the Griffin Kingdom. I don't know if either of you have read Bygone Griffins of Greatness, but Griffins
Yes,
were
please.
known to be rude,
Oh.
insensitive bullies. You mean Gilda? Yeah, I mean Gilda. When she came to Ponyville, she was a total jerk to all my friends, especially Pinkie Pie. She was a bit of a party pooper.
This episode dropped.
Maybe Gilda was a little rude. You still get to go to Griffonstone, and according to this book, it has a rich, fascinating history. In ancient times, griffins were known to be as greedy as dragons, always hoarding their bits and other treasures. But all that changed when King Grover found the mysterious golden idol of Boreas. Legend says the idol of Boreas was made from the dust of golden sunsets, blown across the mountains by the north winds. Possessing the idol of Boreas filled the griffins' hearts with pride. It's said that that one great treasure is responsible for turning Griffonstone into the most majestic kingdom of all the land. And why do you care so much about griffins anyway?
I'm actually liking like how bitter Dash is over the whole friggin'
So I
thing.
picked up Bygone Griffins of Greatness, and I've been hooked ever since. And now...
That's
now you
specifically
two get to
those
see
two.
Griffonstone
So
with your
we
very own eyes.
officially do have confirmation.
Just me and Rainbow Dash?
It will split them
Hey,
up.
you can totally take
great.
my place if you want. I still had half a nap to finish. Why don't you just come with us? I mean, you are the Princess of Friendship. No. If the map wanted me to go to the coolest kingdom in all of Equestria and
Bitter Twilight.
Twilight's a little sour.
An entire species, which would be super amazing. I'm
She
sure
just
I
like
would've said
had that
so.
moment of almost going crazy right there.
You two can have
Ooh, she can turn it off.
issue is just
Oh,
fine.
that's nifty.
I'll stay here and do important princessy things, I guess. Well then, come on, Dashy. We're going to Griffonstone. Fine. That's the spirit!
She just generates the bloody things as she goes.
We past party favor.
What you reading, Rainbow? Twilight literally wrote a book on what we do in Griffonstone. You mean like a guide on how to figure out what problem we're supposed to fix? And then some. It's like Twilight herself in book form. Griffins are sure to help you as long as you share the wealth.
That was
That was
awesome.
amazing!
Can I borrow some bits? Upon arriving at Griffin Gorge, be sure to pause and cast your eyes northerly, up the Hyperborean Mountains, taking in the breathtaking beauty of Griffonstone.
It's a
Once in Griffonstone,
Nice hats.
It's a massive tree
and introduce
on
yourself
the top
to
of a
the
mountain.
king.
They're
Bygone
wearing, like-
Griffins of Greatness was written a long time ago, and it ends with the coronation of the 14th King of the Griffins, King Guto. I have no idea who's in charge now. Tell the king you've been sent by the Princess of Friendship, and you're there to help with some sort of problem. If for some reason the king can't help, I'd try the Griffonstone Library next. It's a little-known secret that if you befriend a librarian, you can usually find out anything. Plus, as a bonus, there's a statue of King Grover outside. Photo op!
Oh,
And
good.
don't forget to sample some famous Griffin scones. They're supposed to be the best.
Aw, Twilight should have come along. Then she could have seen firsthand that
Probably completely trashed. Yep, there it is.
Wow.
total dump.
And we're back to
Wow.
property damage.
Ugh. Maybe the map should have called Rarity instead of us.
Excuse me, sir? This is Griffonstone, right? Well, that wasn't very nice.
See? These griffins are exactly what I thought they'd be.
Maybe we should just find the palace so we can ask the king what's going on.
We don't have the
Kill it.
losers. Hello,
Gilda.
All the miscellaneous characters
Dash.
they could return. This is
What are you doing here?
absolutely the one that I did not
I'm a
want to see.
griffin? What's your excuse, dweebs?
Hey, these dweebs are here to help Griffonstone.
Help it what?
Well, we're not really sure, but it involves a map and cutie marks and problem and...
Bored now.
Well, if you don't have a king, can you at least tell us where the idol of Boreas is?
Don't tell me you really believe in that thing.
You'd better believe it.
Oh gosh.
And we have the old vulture. Literally, in fact.
The idol was the best thing to ever happen to us griffins.
Oh, great. Now you got Grandpa
Oh
Growth
gee,
started.
he's perfect.
I'll tell you the whole tragic tale. For a couple of bits. The first Griffin King, King Grover, united our kind like we've never been united before or since. And he did it all with that incredible idol of Boreas. And that idol brought pride to the heart of every griffin that saw it. From one king to the next, Griffonstone and our golden idol were the envy of all other species. It held us together, gave us an identity, right up until the reign of King Guto. That's when our Amaspy came to steal our Griffin treasure. King Guto tried to fight him off, but our Amaspy managed to get away with the idol.
Huh.
It's an interesting creature.
They say when our treasure fell into the abysmal abyss, our pride went with it. King Guto was the last king of Griffonstone, and we all lived miserably ever after. The end!
That was the saddest story ever.
Oh, well, don't pay feathers! No refunds!
No wonder Twilight's book ended with the coronation of King Guto. Who would want to record a history that sad?
It's not sad.
Um,
Do we look
you look
sad
grumpy.
to you?
And it's kind of her shtick.
Pinky, I think I know why the map sent us here. We need to find the idol of Boreas and bring Glory and Bride back to Griffonstone. Haha,
Can you
here
just
we
bloody
go.
go away, please?
Typical pony hero complex. None of us care about that dumb old idol. Don't you get it? We don't care about anything. And that's the way we like it.
I think Rainbow Dash is right. The map sent us here to fix some sort of problem.
The only problem Griffonstone has is you! Well, I don't care what she says. We're gonna find that treasure, make Griffonstone cool again, and get back to Ponyville. Come on!
Wait, Rainbow
bunch of pictures?
She mentioned finding answers at the library.
Knock yourself out. But when you get bored with Twilight's tour book, I'll be at the Abysmal Abyss finding the Idol of Boreas.
That's going to end poorly, I think.
They need both.
I'm here to find your missing idol and save Griffonstone.
The Griffon.
I'll need some rope, a grappling hook, and a guide to take me down to the Abysmal Abyss.
And I'll need some bits.
Dashy's not amused.
Hey, Gilda! Word on the street is that Griffonstone has an amazing library chock full of answers.
Word on what street?
Okay, maybe not this street, but on other streets, your library is the talk of the town.
The library's right there, so why don't you go inside and leave me alone?
Maybe it's good that Twilight didn't come.
She had a stroke.
It's sad what happened to your town, King, but Rainbow Dash can't be right. This can't all be because of a missing hunk of gold.
Oh dear.
You're right, Pinky, and you've got amazing hair. Ah, King Grover, you
Pinky
old
buys away with
charmer.
books, though. He's always finding the exact right book.
Uh-oh.
I know what Griffonstone needs.
Fewer ponies?
Oh no.
A song.
Pinky.
I've got a super song
Pinky,
about
don't do it.
something that's sure to make even the most grumpy Griffin grin.
Ah!
But how do you break into uplifting musical numbers with no singing?
Yeah, that's Griffonstone's biggest problem. Lack of uplifting musical numbers.
Well, if I can't sing, how about a party? If there's one thing these Griffins needs, it's some good cheer. Where's your party store? No party store? How about cake? Nothing cheers folks up like cake. Where's the bakery?
Ugh.
No singing, no party store, no bakery! What is this place?
You're welcome to leave at any time!
Well, that just takes the cake. Wait, no, it can't take the cake because there is no cake, or muffins, or griffin scones.
Oh, we got Griffin scones. That's my specialty.
I'll buy one.
Bits first.
The muffins were better.
Well? What? You like it? That's my Grandpa Gruff's secret recipe.
Ow! I think I broke a tooth.
Well, whatever. No refunds. I don't even care anyway. I just want to sell enough of these so I can leave this lousy town.
Oh, great.
That.
Where's the chorus, Med?
You think you could tighten the strap on my helmet?
Can you give me more bits?
Never mind. I got it. So, how deep is this abyss?
How deep are your pockets?
Don't you Griffins ever talk about anything but bits?
Oh, gosh.
Give me some bits and I'll answer.
No wonder Gilda's such a delight.
Grandpa Gruff's recipe is good, but it's missing one important ingredient.
Don't tell me. Friendship?
No, baking powder. Lucky for you, I never leave home without it! Now just pop those in the oven and you'll have Griffin scones worth their weight in gold!
Greta!
Aha! I saw that, Gilda! You may act like a gruff, grumbling Griffin, but inside you're gracious and great!
What are you talking about?
You just helped your friend up when she got knocked down!
What? Her? Greta's just some Griffin I know. We don't have friends here. I did have a friend once, but you saw how that turned out.
Oh my gosh! I gotta go find Rainbow Dash!
See ya.
You sure we can't
That's
just
a vendor
fly
thought I hadn't
now?
thought of.
Whoa! Never mind. Totally got my answer there. Just gotta find that golden idol and get out of this place.
Well.
Ah! There you are! Forget about finding the idol! I figured out how to solve Griffonstone's real problem! Skull!
Pinky Pie, you get back here!
Yeah?
Can you throw down a rope or something?
Let me look! One rope coming up!
Yep, I saw that coming.
We need help! Go anywhere!
South.
Where does she think I'm gonna go? I hope I don't go anywhere.
What are they immune to heat?
Rainbow Dash is stuck on a ledge in the abysmal abyss, and I need your help to save her!
Not my problem.
Of course it's your problem! She's your friend!
Used to be.
Can't you remember when she was?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, good. Here we
Was
go
she
with
a
the flashback.
transfer student or
Hold on.
something?
This song? No. Okay. Just a musical interlude.
Doesn't that Griffin know that she's supposed to fly at the Junior Speedsters flight camp?
Maybe she just doesn't want to make you look bad. Hey there, I'm Rainbow Dash, and you are, Gilda? You sure about that? Stick with me, Gilda, and those guys won't give you any more guff. Wow, you're awesome! You too, Rainbow
She was adorable, and then she became a bitch. Alright.
Well, Gilda, let's show these guys how it's done. Junior Speedsters are our lives. Skybound soars and daring dives. Junior Speedsters, it's our quest to someday be the very best.
Fine, I'll help her. But that doesn't make me her friend.
Duly noted. Except it does. Hang on, loser. I'm
Is her
coming.
voice different?
No, it's the same voice, but she was yelling at the
So
time.
long.
Well, no, I mean, like,
Oh, hello.
Rainbow Dash, I'm coming.
Pinky! Pinky! Why?
Gotcha.
I see something gold on that ledge.
You too.
Whoa!
Oh, they found out what happened to the other guy.
The idol of
This is just not right. This is a freaking Indiana Jones reference.
I'm slipping.
This is very, very much an Indiana Jones reference.
Have one of them grab it on the way up.
No. Tug, and it falls.
This feels like an Indiana Jones reference.
Yeah.
More important to me than some dumb chunk of gold.
And
Oh, well.
Hugging later. Climbing now.
I'm really sorry about how I treated you two.
Thanks, Gilda. Apology accepted.
And I'm just sorry we didn't get your idol back. Now we'll never be able to solve Griffonstone's problem.
That's what I was trying to tell you. The map didn't send us here to find the lost idol of Boreas. It sent us here to replace it with something better.
Nothing's better than gold to a griffin.
That's because you don't have friendship. If you can learn to care about each other again, Griffonstone could be a mightier kingdom than it ever was before. And you don't need some golden idol to do that. You just need each other.
Whoa, Pinky. That was really sappy.
What can I say? That's how I roll. Go on, Gilda. Go make a friend.
I don't know, Pinky. You really think these griffins are up for this? We aren't exactly in Ponyville, you know. Okay, so she was really weirded out until I gave her the scone. Then she tried it and said it tasted good. That's the first nice thing any Griffin's ever said to me. Whoa, Pinky. I guess that really was the problem we needed to solve.
Oh, what the fuck?
Goods and friendships, fluffy and delicious.
Okay.
Well,
Commercial
we gotta be
break.
heading home.
Ish
What?
thing.
You want me to spread friendship here by myself? How am I supposed to do that? I haven't even made one single friend yet. No, you haven't. You've made 2. Okay. No. But you'll come back and visit, right? Just try and stop us.
See you later, you old charmer.
Pinky, who are you talking to?
No, Pony. Come on,
That's-
let's go home and see how Gummy did with Granny Pie's
Kind of
marmalade
odd.
recipe.
Gummy's yet to stand up.
Huh.
So,
Well,
yeah.
Griffins.
Yeah.
Pinkie Pie X King Gondor or whatever his name was.
Basically boils down to like, I don't know, maybe it's just because I don't really like Gilda in the first place, but it just kind of feels like, well, we've had a repeat of every other bloody villain in the damn thing. We're just throw throw that one in there too, like, but
Okay, I admit they put Gilda in.
It was-
They didn't do a fucked up job of it, so. Unfortunately, it has a fucked up character to begin with.
could have literally been anybody.
Although I'm glad to go get to the Griffin Nation, even though it sucks there.
It's a little bit
Awful.
dilapidated.
Indiana Jones reference was good.
Yeah, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, sleep deprivation. Hello.
Yeah,
We get fun things here.
if I had to score this on 1 through 10, which I'm not going to do, it would not be, it wouldn't be up there.
Yeah.
It's probably on the same level as the clown one.
I can tell you right now though, there's gonna be this huge wall of
Oh
oh my god, it's
no.
Gilda! Ah! And I'm like,
I don't want it.
it was unnecessary in the first place.
Yeah. I like the new Griffin though. She was nice looking.
A couple of interesting little things, and then like the half dead buzzard come out of the building like, back in my day. Like,
I don't mind seeing art of the new Griffin with the scarf. That looks pretty cool.
so,
But other than that, it was an episode. Oh, Kumar, the booty call button vibrator thing, it works. It returns.
but that was something that we talked about. It was like we weren't sure if the thing was going to actually like split them up, or if it was going to always send them out in a full 6-mare mob. But yeah, apparently we'll send them out on teams.
Excellent.
I could see this being an interesting moment of like one episode they have a meeting and it goes you two over there, you two over there,
Yeah.
you two over there, and
That'd
then the
be
next
great.
couple of episodes is them explaining what's going on through the whole thing.
That'd be beautiful. Or even them doing all in one episode, just constantly flipping between the three as similar things happen to all three of them. They're like, what the hell? That'd be some great moments. Or like really bad montage moments of like, what is going on?
But I loved just like how sour Twilight was about the whole thing. She's like, "No, it's sending you two, not me." And it's like,
What would she do if she'd gone over there? She was stuck in the book
actually,
the entire time.
Actually, what I hope is, well, yeah, she would have been traumatized. But like, I hope that in the future, one of the episodes shows like the map designates, 2 or 3 or however many to go, and one of them that isn't supposed to be there goes with.
And it causes the problem.
And it causes its own issue. Just because I think it'd be interesting to actually, see what happens if you don't just follow the... Because right now, they're just kind of going it's an artifact and it knows what it's doing, but it's somebody's got to do something. They could easily set this up as, everybody else gets sent out on miscellaneous quests. And Twilight's sitting there in the castle this is bullshit. Fuck you guys, I'm going with you.
Yeah.
And she, fucking lesson zeros her way through something on accident,
Yeah.
Psycho Twilight, run!
Also, but best moment of the whole episode, absolute best moment, Rainbow Dash with Twilight's haircut.
Yeah, that was interesting.
That was beautiful.
There's gonna be a lot of art of that too.
I'll take that. I don't mind that. That's okay with me.
Also, am I the only one that finds it interesting that Pinkie Pie was hitting on herself with a statue? And at first you're well, that doesn't. It's what the hell is going on? And then you stop and remember that she grew up on a rock farm.
Uh-huh.
And her sister has a very overt fascination with rocks. There's absolutely no reason why she wouldn't have something like that going on in the background.
You guys can't see my face, but it's quite amusing.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. That's
all of the Tom Pinky ships actually make a little more sense now.
You remind me of home. That's... I mean, she's a little weird to begin with, but there's a line, and I think we're pushing it.
The answer to solving the town's problem was cupcakes. It's a town solving, and they didn't actually fix the town. Someone else has to do it.
No, they just kind of went, "This is how you can fix the town. We're going home."
Yeah, I like that concept a little bit, actually.
It's interesting. It's definitely a change of pace.
Shows that it's not going to be a quick process all the time. Not everything is a simple quick fix.
Not everything is the magical rainbow cannon and everything gets better. Moving on.
And we saw someplace bones.
Well, we saw the
creature's bones.
Yeah, the creature's
I think it's the first time we've seen something's bones before in the show.
If we were going to, I forget now, but if we were going to see anything else like that, it probably would have been back when they were in the Daring Do episode.
No.
Yeah.
This is the first time we've seen anything's bones.
Well, the miscellaneous things that they encounter, are progressively kind of getting, a little bit darker as they go on, because at first it was just kind of a classic, because Nightmare Moon was just kind of a very classic kids show kind of villain.
With a nice twist, though.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is, you go from that to Discord,
jeez,
who is only really scary if you think about it. Because on the surface, it's just you got the bison and the house of cards and the ground is now soap, and you're just that's fine. And then you realize that those conditions will kill people because that cuts off food and natural cycles, and it completely disrupts everything. But you don't see that.
No.
They completely sidestep that in the show, and that's okay. He doesn't really start to get scary until the other episode where he's here's a dimensional friggin' rift.
That was terrifying. That's bad.
That was a moment of okay. But then we had Chrysalis, who was kind of nasty. That moment of Twilight gets sucked into the ground, and then the music plays, which was always good.
If of all villains, she is absolutely very dark evil, and it's well done. Then they have Sombra.
King Sombra goes, crystals, explosion, we move on. That basically didn't matter. And
he
then,
was so evil, he didn't get any screen time.
But then actually, the thing is like, they went to Tarek. And Tarek was the first villain that really kind of had this, like...
He was a villain.
He's not here to do some, like, super complex ploy. He's here to be nasty. And he's very nasty.
And very good at it.
Yes. And then it cuts over to... And then, so we've kind of got this downward, the slow downward slope. So the idea that,
Wait, we have one more villain.
Do we have one more villain? Which one?
For Premiere.
Starlight Glimmer, yeah. She's like the...
She's a different type of evil.
I'm not certain if I would... I don't think she would call... I don't know. I almost want to call her a well-intentioned extremist. But...
Her methods are evil.
Well, right. But that's what it means. Her ideal isn't in and of itself a bad thing, but the way she's going about it is not good.
She's trying to achieve friendship.
She's trying to achieve...
Which is a fascinating thing to have a problem with.
Well, that's the thing. I want her to come back, because she's
one hell of a villain.
Well, it's not just that, but she is actually, like, her name, Starlight Glimmer, as opposed to Twilight Sparkle. She's literally, like...
The
counterpart, because Twilight went through finding friendship and all this with the good magic, and then you have her doing it with...
Twilight having ended up in Starlight Glimmer's shoes just by not having done her spell in the Academy. Easily.
Okay, if they do that, that's like a level of writing that is just fucking up there. Because, yeah, that's some seriously intense plot twist going on in there. That'd be
easily that.
But anyway, the original point, we've wandered off.
And we've taken up way too much time for this.
Yeah.
Well, there's one more part.
Yeah, just a little bit of extra time on the end of one of these. It's not like,
Yeah. You were saying?
Anyway, but so we've gone into all these other territories. So I think at this point, the actual idea of like, here's a creature's bones, which actually represents, again, you don't think about it because you just see it like, oh, it was this ancient creature that just fell off the cliff, and oh no, you don't really think.
Somebody died.
We actually have a confirmed kill in My Little Pony.
That's something.
Which, I didn't watch the older generations, but from what I understand, the older generations did actually have more than a couple of instances of a character actually being completely eliminated.
Usually it was disintegrated, but into like magic-y sparkles.
Well, right, but still.
This was fucking bones.
MLP has a higher body count than G.I. Joe ever did, which was funny.
Wow. I'm proud of that.
That was, I forget what I was reading, but there was a comparison that was like, G.I. Joe did a lot of like, beat up, knocked down kind of fights, but nobody really died because it was, a kid's show. And then you had, MLP, which regularly vaporized its villains. It's like, how did My Little Pony end up with a higher body count than G.I. Joe?
I like this. This amuses me.
Yeah, this is actually pretty funny.
Alright. We really should end it.
I think we've rambled enough here, yes.
Yeah. Alright. Good night, sleep well, because we haven't.